Nas is coming. Nas is coming. Yo, 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 what up, fam? This is your boy. I usually don't do this, man. I like to sit with tracks. I like to analyze, listen between the bars, even go to my books and do a little research, even go to the library and do a research. But yo, fam, Nas and Premier just dropped this track yesterday from the upcoming album. Later, I'm going to probably do a deeper dive, a deeper analysis, you know what I'm saying? But as a, as a Nas fan, I had to jump out the window with this one because when I heard this track, I was in the office all day yesterday, drawing, designing, trying to get blueprints out to construction, and the notification popped up, and I had to stop what I'm doing and boop, you know what I'm saying, and listen. But I'm jumping out the window with this one, man. I know there's been some criticism already, like there's not enough variation in the track, but personally, I kind of like the I don't want to say monotony, but sort of the flow of the track. You know, there's not too many beat breaks and that kind of thing, but I love it, man. You know, but I'm gonna do a deeper dive at some point. But for right now, this is like the first time since I've started doing these reactions, analysis, breakdown that I'm jumping out the window immediately. But I'm a start and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, fam, let's get into it, man. Let me see how many bars and facts I can catch. First reaction, here we go.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, help. A whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the bottle again. The World Cup in Moscow, where the blonde was a 10. Vape pen, when I speak, is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly out to walk in any spot, every box be soaking. From a time when weed was stronger, today's street.
Pause it. Yo, fam, like right off the bat, you know, you come in with that old familiar DJ Premier scratch and loop, you know, referring back to some of Nas's old work right off the bat. Nas spit a lot of facts like a lot of rappers. He make a lot of shit up too. But what I love about Nas, man, is that Nas be dropping like literature and historical facts, like right off the bat, he's giving you the definition of the actual name Nasir, his first name, which means protector, savior, and it also can mean victory. It's Arabic or Islamic origins. So, like, referring back to one of Nas's old song, he's like, my real name, rap name, same thing. How can you let these niggas king? I'm so ashamed, man. You know? So Nas right off the bat is giving you some historical facts. Let me go back just a little bit.
What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, help. A whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the bottle again. The World Cup in Moscow, where the blonde was a 10. Vape pen, when I speak, is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly.
Right off the bat, my man is just coming out spitting bars, man. Multi-mogul. Of course, we know all Nas's just crazy business moves he's making. He's like a vape pen. Like, yo, fam, the level of skill and bars in this is crazy. Just right off the bat, just crazy bars.
Means victory, help. A whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the bottle again. The world.
Gil Scott living in a bottle again. Yo, if you're not familiar with pop culture, go look that up, man. Damn.
In Moscow, where the blonde was a 10. Vape pen, when I speak, is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly out to walk in any spot, every box be soaking. From a
like, and again, this is what you get from a master lyricist. he's like multi-mogul. I walk in every spot, every box is soaking. That's just such a clever way of saying like, yo fam, I walk up in a spot, all the honeys be jocking me. Get it? Box be soaking, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know? So my homeboy is just like, yo, I walk in any spot, all the honeys' panties getting wet. That's masterful writing. And this is the caliber of hip hop I love, man. I don't like that simple-minded shit. Homie could have easily said, I walk up in every spot, every panty get wet, you know what I'm saying? But homie is taking it to like such an elite level.
Like a lottery win, broke my total, multi-mogul, so fly out to walk in any spot, every box be soaking. From a time when weed was stronger, today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers.
Oh shit, he said from a time way back in the 90s when weed was stronger. You know what I'm saying? He's saying back in New York, back in the 80s and 90s, you get jacked for your jacket, your Timbs, everything. The weed was stronger. You know what I'm saying? That was some coughing up along shit. Oh man, again, Nas just being the greatest reminisce rapper of all times. It's amazing the amount of different ways and styles Nas can flip the art of reminiscing, you know what I'm saying, without sounding like some dude like back in the day. Again, master writing, he ain't even got to utter the words back in the day. It's just like getting into a story, stating these facts, hitting you with the punchline.
These boxes be soaking from a time when weed was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. When click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like.
And again, anybody who's a fan of Nas, you know Nas is always spitting facts and spitting historical anecdotes about the origin of man from Africa. The Arabic influence in culture. The man said his name existed forever before Christians even came to America. When clicking sounds, you know, you sometimes see some of those documentaries about different tribes on the mother continent, and they use clicking sounds for language to communicate. This is just masterful writing, man. I love this shit. I don't care what nobody say about the beat. I love the beat, but I also like just love the bars and the caliber of bars. Like, you've got to have some sense of history and just be thinking to be getting these bars. And these bars be coming so hard and fast. Again, this is my first reaction. I've only listened to this track like 5 times since last night, since it dropped yesterday.
In America, even better. When click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shot.
Oh my God, dude. That is such ill bars. He's saying his name existed since stick figures were drawn in caves, man. When archaeologists go in caves and see all these stick figures, that was a documentation of history from like bygone civilizations. Homies say Nasir existed since that time, you know. And then he said nasty like when Rome had sewage. Studying architecture and studying a lot of history, we all know that the Romans had built like these ancient marvelous aqueducts to transport fresh water. They also built these sewage systems, and I'm not quite sure about the number of years. Now I said 50,000 years, but he said he's nasty since Rome had sewers. And of course, you know, going back to the motherland, we all know the Romans stole all their technology and building techniques from the Egyptian. We ain't even gonna get into that, fam. So let the track ride.
Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shot them like real bullets and prop guns, creep with baddies and sequence.
Oh, another bar, another sick bar. And again, just me being the biggest Nas fan, man. What I've pointed out in previous videos, Nas's ability to relate pop culture in his rhymes, even bygone pop culture and what's happening now. Stories in the news, what's relevant. Like, if you ain't listening and thinking, you'll miss it. He's like, I shot them like real bullets and prop guns. Me being in the film industry, I got that immediately. The person not really keeping up wouldn't even realize what just happened with that bar. That's a reference to the Alec Baldwin situation where the cinematographer got shot on set because a real bullet got in the prop gun and that person died. You know, very sad story. Quick anecdote, I almost worked on that movie. I'm so happy I didn't. But, yeah, man, that was a tragic situation. But this is just the brilliance of Esco, man. This is just the brilliance of Esco. This is crazy.
By assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shot them like real bullets and prop guns. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS.
Like, this hook and this scratch, one of the things I like about Premier Beats, man, like, you know, Premier's work with just everybody and they cousin and mama in hip-hop, man. But to me and to my ear, Nas's vocals and just that Nas, just him saying Nas, is like one of the best sampled voices in hip-hop, fam. Like, hands down. Nas's voice is one of the best sampled voices in hip. Like, I even listen to other people's tracks, you know, whether it's Griselda, whatever, that work with Premier. And sometimes, like, when Premier work with different artists, like, if you pay attention, sometimes you'll hear some of Nas's vocals in the scratch. Like, Nas and Prodigy, R.I.P. Prodigy, Mobb Deep, are two of the best voices as far as, like, Premier scratches out there, man. Like, when Premier get in his bag mixing and scratching Nas's vocals, it's one of the illest things in hip-hop.
What defines my name?
DNA, King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the whiskey talk.
Ooh, that's such a crazy bar. That is such an ill bar.
Defines my name.
DNA, King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous.
Homie said DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael's. Whoo.
Minded, 7 wives on ridiculous time.
What defines my name?
DNA, King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous.
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded. And again, Nas's use of big words interlaced within the tracks is like no other, man. You know what I'm saying? 7 wives. Oh my God.
King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the whiskey talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the whiskey talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30.
He's like, that's whiskey talk. That's like sacrificial New York. He's basically saying, like, dudes that be on Tidal, you know, social media or whatever, talking reckless, that's that whiskey talk.
I thought by 40 rapping is corny, how wrong was I? Same title, that be the whiskey talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny, how wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to lie. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. They're definitely how wrong was I? Never would have thought that like a stop in Frisk, New York.
And again, Nas is just such a fan, a student, and a curator of the arts. You know, for those who's followed Nas's career, you know, Nas has always been heavily influenced and heavily influential in the cinematic space. You know what I'm saying? So again, he's saying this bar just using a cinematic theme.
At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30.
Yeah. So back to the whole point about the cinematic theme. He's always like telling stories in sort of a cinematic way, and then he launches into this thing like explaining the trajectory of his whole career by, you know, when he first started, he's 20, then he's in his mid-20s, 30s, you know, he's saying by 30 I'm gonna be done. Then he got to 30, still just killing it. He's saying by 40, I'm gonna be done, still killing it. Now he's 50, and he's like, yo, fam, I'm invigorated. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my second or third prime. You know what I mean? That's just like masterful writing, man. I love Esco's writing style, fam. Here we go. Let's launch back into that verse.
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael, polygamous minded, 7 wives on meticulous timing. They always share the same title, that be the whiskey talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny, how wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by 9 would be hard to lie. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape to sight and leave the beat flame.
Again, the cinematic theme, you know, referring to like the horror movies like The Shining. You know what I mean? My man is reminiscing about his time back in Queens on the E-train. Shout out to Queens. You know what I mean? Homie said just on the train, his fingers covered with ink stains the way he was writing as a youngster, you know, try to get up out the hood, man. That's just some ill bars, and just like it's not a straight up storytelling verse, but it's just like, you know, reminiscing, laying out the trajectory of his career, and he's just like, look at me now, you know what I'm saying? That's dope.
Call, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape to sight and leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face Cube, and
yeah. So writing while he's on the train was an escape from his everyday reality. Then he starts shouting out the OGs from Queens or whatever, Cool G. Oh my God, this is just like, this is so dope, man.
That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw these songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod.
Oh my God, the man said like he throw these rhymes in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any frog. Demigod. Like, yo, the man saying his rhymes are so dangerous, like you can put them in a cyanide capsule, son. And then he's like, demigod. You know, Nas is big into like Greek mythology. You know, like Nas is such a heady rapper, man. He's into the arts beyond just, you know, writing rhymes. And then he's into like Greek mythology, African history and mythology. The man said his rhymes are so hard, he's like a demigod. I'm like, oh my God. And a demigod is like, it's like from Greek mythology of like the gods descended into human form. That's crazy, man. That's dope.
These songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced weed. Inhale fumes from a stove or cook up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up. What defines my name? What defines my name? Bombing fluid and laced weed. Inhale fumes from a stove or cook up. The show's booked up. I chose.
Yeah, my man again reminiscing about his time in the 80s and 90s. You know, he's saying he survived those rough times when Stick Up Kids was out popping shit. You know, he's saying he survived from inhaling fumes from a cook up. You know, cooking in the kitchen. We all know what that's about, man. That's ill.
Take the world over. Look up. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the fuck am I doing?
Hey yo, Frank, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go now.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
Damn, bro, that was so dope. DJ Premier came in at the end doing his little fake rhyme. Nas was like, nah, dead that, son. You know, so they telegraphing the album is coming, man. Like, I know I'm gonna love this album. You know, some of the harshest critics of Nas just hoping to see Nas fail, but yo, Godson, Premier, do your thing, man. I love this track, fam. So, in a future date, I'm gonna do a deeper analysis and breakdown of the bars. Armed with some more historical facts. I gotta get back to some of the old textbooks, you know what I'm saying, that's on my shelf in my library. But yeah, man, like, subscribe, just help your boy blow this channel up, man. And also, it's the 30th anniversary of Illmatic, so yo, who ain't never copped Illmatic, who ain't never listened to Illmatic, go listen to that, man. That's like the hip-hop Bible, fam. Alright, peace.